Hello and welcome back, listeners, to the Allegendly Podcast, where me and my co-host get a mystery topic coupled with some mystery facts, and it's our job to figure out which facts are real and which facts are fake. My name is Alex, and with as always is Joe. Oh. Ooh. So do you, in between takes, do you like work on dance moves? Like you dance,
that's just natural, baby.
Is that?
That's just like, natural. That's just natural groove.
I think one of these days we're gonna have to set it up to where you have like an actual WWE entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just come out, I am a real American. You're like,
no,
it's all explosion.
We're not using Hogan.
Hey. That's not
that
him.
Shit out of here.
That was Hollywood Hogan is doing the bits with Trump. Hulkamania would never actually do.
You get that out of here, dude.
Yeah, it's Hollywood Hogan right now. The current Hulk Hogan, there's no way he could take an Andre. He just doesn't have it in him. So
he can barely rip his shirt these days.
Yeah, it needs to be pre-ripped. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also now, I mean, he's doing a shirt over a shirt.
Yeah,
like he's ripping a short sleeve shirt into another shorter sleeve shirt. Like you're like,
he's got a short sleeve and he rips it.
He's got
ripped
like
sleeve.
Yeah, and you're like, it just says like Hulk. He's like ripping a Hulkamania shirt into a Hulkamania shirt. You're like, what?
Well,
it's like if Clark Kent ripped open his suit to reveal another suit.
Yeah, but it's got like, yeah. No, it's awkward to say the least. But
it's
so your entrance will be better.
I can't wait till he's the Prime Minister of Education.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Little Hulkamaniacs are gonna be running around class. They're gonna learn the specialty of, you know, busting up unions and stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks, Hulkster.
Yeah, I mean, real good at it. They already got a McMahon on the case. So.
Oh God. So, all the jesting aside, we do have a podcast topic, and you know, you feeling zesty enough? You feeling good? Did you get your WWE?
I'm fun. We got one more day. We were recording this the Sunday before inauguration.
Oh God!
Because nothing says MLK Day like Trump.
Oh my, yeah. I mean,
like
obviously.
You wait for it. He's gonna put "I Have a Dream" into his like State of the Union. Like it's gonna be. No. It's gonna be wild.
I reject that. I reject you. You take that back. You take that back now.
Hey man, you gave me Hulk Hogan music. You can fuck it.
Take it back. I'll take the Hulk Hogan music back.
Fine, I take it back.
Okay, fine.
All right, fine.
Cool, yeah. You get Macho Man Randy Savage music. He died before he could go MAGA.
I get cocaine? Okay.
Cocaine and baby oil, man.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's so smooth in all the creases.
So, yeah, we have one more day. And, yeah, I mean, we're gonna survive. We're gonna tread on. Be a little, you know, we're gonna get a little beaten up for the next 4 years.
It's gonna be... Dude, we're gonna Rocky this. We're gonna get out. Like we might, you know, we're gonna take some battles, but like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's not how hard you can hit; it's how hard you can keep getting hit and keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's how winning is done.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
Rocky.
It's the inner win, right?
You got the eye. We still have the eyes of the tiger, Joe. We still got the eyes. You know, we want it. We're hungry. So. But yeah, tomorrow is the big day, and I don't like it. I don't want to like it. I'm going to ignore it as much as I can and just fucking learn about funny podcast topics that make conservatives look like stupid idiots.
Swear to God, if this is a podcast about inauguration.
So, all right. So today's podcast topic is uncomfortable sounding words in old newspapers. Ooh. All right, Joe. Uncomfortable. Go. Moist.
Doesn't do it for me. I think it's because like I'm not a vagina haver. I think that's what like I'm like whatever, dude. Moist ass cake. Hell yeah, girl.
Yeah. Engorged is kind of weird. That one's kind of a icky. Yeah. Gross. But like, so the writer did take she did ask earlier this week about words, right? So we assumed it was going to be similar to that, but the lists that you can find online, right, are pretty standard. Usually have to do with like pus, bile.
Yeah. A lot of liquids.
Human fluids are not great.
Here's the thing. They're supposed to be on the inside.
Yeah.
And so I think it has something to do with it typically means that something that's supposed to be inside has now fallen outside.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Like, no.
You know what gets me? I just realized entrails.
Oh.
That one's gross. That one kind of makes me feel icky. Because entrails
makes me think of zombies, so I'm cool.
Yeah, but see, entrails is like, to me, it's like the only time you'd ever use that word is when you're it's coming out of your body.
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't say, "Hey, how are your entrails feeling today?"
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it's like, "Hey,
I think it has to be outside in order for them to be entrails.
It has to be spilling out, and that is like horrific to me, because people can stay alive for quite a long time while you're fucking, your colon's hanging out of your body. Ugh. So there you go, writer. I did forget. Out of this journey we just took, entrails is a fucking gross word to me. I didn't think of it.
That's wild. I don't have a lot of words that gross me out. I think because I kind of like the jump scare of it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, yeah.
So you just don't know it until you hear it.
Yeah.
Well, we got 5 fucking facts to see if they get to you.
I mean, we're probably gonna hit a button. I'm gonna go like, oh, I'm out.
Fucking
like this shit-eating grin's gonna be wiped from my face.
Yeah, sometimes too, like, scientific words get a little weird, but then they're like, oh, like paramecian.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds gross, but it's not.
A lot of them do.
Yeah, like
I think it's because a lot of it's medical though, that like it doesn't get to me because I'm like I'm never going to use it in my day-to-day life, right?
Yeah. So, all right, man, are you ready for that first topic?
Is your epidermis showing?
Okay. All right, here we go. Fact number 1. The word secretions came up an absurd number of times in a 1930 newspaper article about, and it's multiple choice, A, parasites, B, cow disease, C, plants, D, older women, or E, autopsies.
Okay, well, plants secrete, like that's well known. We drink maple syrup and shit. Like,
but like, how would they use it in a 1913 newspaper? Like, would they be talking about autopsies in a newspaper?
I mean, they used to do live showings of autopsies. We read about that. So
we did. They're just like the surgeon's just like a movie star. He's like, my God, this body was bloated. The amount of secretions was insane. Poked right into him, shot out of him like a cannon. People don't know this, but bodies build up gas when they die.
The only other time I saw it was a butcher who was flayed.
Get this. This butcher
Did you know those aprons are really useful?
I wear one because I just fucking thought it was normal.
Like, they call me Filet-O Harry. Like, oh man, I'm just so fast with it.
Could you imagine fucking some doctors just like, filleted yourself again, didn't you, Harry? I did. You got me, doctor. Here you go.
Still got on my fingers, though. Weird.
Who would have thought? Took 2 inches off my colon every year. But,
you got any cowhide lying around? I think I need to cover up.
Could you put another inch on that, please?
It's like I'm missing a bit.
Yeah, it could do great. Parasites, cow disease, plants, older women, autopsy. Parasites and cow disease. Secretion on cow disease.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about the ailments of bovine to be like...
They're secreting everywhere.
I mean, look, milk's a secretion, so like...
Is it though? Secretion would be like something...
I mean, I don't know.
Wouldn't it be something like coming through the skin? Isn't that like a secretion?
Yeah, I guess technically.
It's like a slime.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck would they be talking about? Look, I mean, women,
hey,
like...
weed plants secrete that sticky, icky goodness, dude. You
know it does. It legit does. Yeah,
it does.
It's true. So, but like older women, that feels like that's a dig. Like if that was true, that would feel more like, look at these old ladies.
Older women can't get pregnant. They just secrete too much.
They secrete everywhere. My God.
The yeast. Oh.
Oh, fucking A, dude. So,
I found out yeast isn't one of my favorite words.
Well, when you're coupling it with secretions, it's not a great word.
Oh, you don't use live secreting yeast in your bread? I got a sourdough starting that's just secreting yeast.
I don't think parasites, plants. I could see cow disease, autopsies in older women. Because just going by fucking... Okay, so autopsies I could see.
I'm going to go with older women.
Older women's
just...
It's really hard for me not to think that because, frankly, fucking...
When's this?
Allegedly
1908?
If we have to rule in it, something is sexist there, right?
Yeah.
If that's true. Autopsies I can see tied back to a murder. Right, so if you have a full news story and you're talking about a murder and an autopsy, but 1913, are they doing autopsies?
I can hear Ben Shapiro complaining how women secrete too much. It shouldn't be like macaroni in a pot. There's just too much secretion.
All right, I'm gonna let you go with this one because it could be like, I don't know, it could be any one of them. It's tough. 1913 really throws a wrench in it.
I mean, yeah. I'll go older women. I'm feeling spicy.
You're feeling spicy?
I'm feeling a little spicy.
Okay, well, if it is older women, it has to be a sexist thing, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Somebody's being a piece of shit. All right. Well, then for fact number 1, we're going to go D, older women. For the word secretions came up an absurd number of times in a 1913 newspaper article about, and we're going to say older women. 3, 2, 1, bam. It is older women. Oh, God. All right, ready for this? Mm-hmm. Buckle up. 1913, Memphis, Tennessee. Dr. W.A. Evans had an advice column in the newspaper called How to Keep Them Well. A woman writes...
I don't like the use of the word them.
How to keep them in their place. He's got this is spoken from a pipe, right?
It's, side of the mouth.
Yes. Okay. So a woman writes in asking what, parentheses, if anything, can be done about the disruptive symptoms of menopause.
Oh, okay. All right.
After going on and on about glands and secretions like a psychopath for 2 columns, he finally begins to mansplain menopause to her. Obviously. Oh, shit, dude. There's it's a whole... Ready for this? Quote, resulting from the withdrawals of the sex gland secretion, many effects follow. The following important of these is the change in the working of the nervous system. It is the period of development of insanity in women, especially emotional insanity. The manic depressive group, but the group whose brains go the entire route to insanity is small.
Okay.
There's more. It's very telling that in 1913 they had an idea. They were like close to the whole hormones have a tie-in to like the mental state of things, but they're like, obviously sex gland secretion dictates the amount of insanity you are.
It's close to the insane gland. What?
There's two glands in the women's body. There's the baby-making gland and the insanity gland.
And once that baby-making thing dries up, all that's left is insanity.
It's over. They counteract the secretions, you see.
I'm surprised we allow any woman after 45 out of a sanitarium.
See, the insanity gland is right next to the intelligence gland, and those always produce for men. Very rarely does intelligence falter, right? Where women, it's babies and insanity. There's a lot more. So, in time, the woman readjusts herself in the majority of instances, but during the years of adjustment, she is perplexing to everyone, and to no one more than herself. The important question is, what can be done about it?
That was what the question was about, fucking weirdo.
Dude, no, he's just like, we need to put them on an island.
So it sounds to me like you're asking what you asked. Like, yeah, she's like, what can I do about menopause? He's like, let me explain.
Like,
question is, what can we do about menopause?
She's like, doctor, I got hot flashes, I have aches all over my body, persistent headaches, right? A lack of interest in doing things I used to like doing, right? General, like, moodiness. How can I, how can I better my life? And then the doctor's like, it's not about how you can better your life. It's how your man can stop paying attention to your bitch.
Look, it's how you're affecting the people around you.
So there's more on dealing with menopausal women. So this is for the men.
Oh, boy.
Quote, women who work suffer because their employers do not see that when one tries to handle women in menopause years in the manner as other women, the results are bad for the business and for women. Yes, of course.
What your little pea brain doesn't understand is that you're fucking with free market capitalism. Okay.
It says, lastly, it must be remembered that the menopause is one of the signs of senility, that senility is otherwise showing itself, and that not all the changes noted at the time are due to the menopause. Too long, didn't read. Quote, she's broken in every way imaginable, but she can fix it through books and some goddamn willpower, end quote.
This senility. Oh my god. It turns out the cure for Alzheimer's has just been there the whole time.
They just got to put more eggs in the eggs in the oven, right? Like, who would have thought you could cure fucking dementia by just putting more eggs in a person?
Bitches be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
dude.
And I should know, I'm a doctor. Like, what?
He pulls the husband aside. He's like, you're going to want to find a good martini mix for the next 4 years that you're going to like.
Look, Harvard recently did a study and the results were a bunch of bitch.
She's going to be doing this, so you're going to want to be leaving the house.
Anyways, we got to get back to developing napalm.
All right, here we go. Fact number 2. The word engorged came up most frequently in old newspaper articles about A, parasites, B, cow disease, C, plants, D, older women, E, autopsies. Older women.
I'm going autopsy.
Older women become engorged when they hit their menopausal state.
I'm going with bloated bodies.
You're going to go engorged autopsies, huh?
Yeah.
I'm feeling parasites on this one.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, you watch out for them engorged ticks.
I like how we're just assuming this isn't from... Wait, did it give the year on this one?
Nope.
Okay.
It just said in old newspapers.
Okay.
So, what if this is all just older women? Like, every answer is just older women.
I mean, there's a quick way to try this theory.
Yeah, I mean, we just choose older women.
Technically, one of them, I think, has to be different. Right?
No, one of them just has to be true.
Oh, that's right. It's just true or false. Like, it's not.
And so in this, in multiple choice, they're all true. So
that's right. True. Yeah.
So if they're all just older women, engorged secretions.
We can test this out real quick.
Just like, this old lady is so engorged. So engorged with secretions. You have to watch out for them.
The insanity gland became engorged.
Yeah. The baby
brain.
The sex gland stopped secreting, so the insanity gland was engorged with insanity. All right, well, let's do autopsies. Let's just throw that out there. I like it. Let's fucking see.
Sure.
Feeling it? Engorged autopsies.
Yeah. I want some zombies with some engorged entrails.
Just some fucking balloon pop. All right. The word.
I want it to be a beached fucking whale.
Fucking explosion. Meat explosion. The word engorged came up most frequently in newspaper. We're gonna go.
The man's stomach was so engorged it sounded like a whoopee cushion when it went off.
I want this article to be a fucking complaint from the morgue person. Stop sending me these fucking engorged dead bodies. It makes a mess every single time. You know who cleans it?
Look, my morgue's located next to the brothel. It's a real problem.
It's the problem, all right?
How am I supposed to show the family members their dead loved one when he's half engorged? It's bad enough he still has lipstick on his face.
Oh, God. You know it doesn't go down, right? We have to put it down.
It is not affected by rigor mortis.
Have you ever had to tie down a boner so you can have an open casket? It's terrible.
Look, if it's lasting there over 4 hours, call a mortician.
Most likely he's dead.
He died hours ago.
Rigor mortis really set in.
We call it Dicka mortis.
I'm good with autopsies. Let's do that.
All
right. For fact number 2, we're gonna go autopsies for the word engorged. 3, 2, 1, bam. Oh, it's parasites and autopsies.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I was expecting parasites and older women.
Hey, we got them both right. Because I was saying parasites I was feeling. That's fucking bizarre.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Mind link, dude.
It's like we're two sides of a really hot coin. You know? So, like, it'd be like a $50, right? That's like the sexiest coin you can get.
Oh, yeah. It's like that moment in Deadpool and Wolverine where his shirt explodes. That's us, but on a coin.
Yep. Okay. I'm feeling that one. All right. All right. So this one says infestations of blood-sucking ticks and swollen livers and spleens in dead, bloated bodies is what you get when you search for engorged in old newspapers. One autopsy on a young woman in 1893 concluded, based on her engorged spleen and liver and shrunken kidneys, that she died of mercury poisoning, which her lover had apparently given her via injection to try to prevent pregnancy.
I bet it worked. She's dead.
100%. That mercury she had 100% success rate.
Look.
I mean, the outcome was to not have babies.
I think we're missing the point that this man was clearly progressive before his time. He was very pro-abortion.
He did his best. He was licensed.
It was between this and a vasectomy, and I think he chose right.
Yeah. Got to think of the health, you know.
Look, don't want to cut off all your options.
What was riskier at the time, injecting mercury or getting a small surgery performed?
I mean, all I have are cattle shears, so I think he chose right.
Yeah, dude. Well, that was back in the day.
I'm also a butcher.
Oh my god! Back in the day when they were fucking putting hot irons up the ass to stop hemorrhoids. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, and the whalebone. Yeah. So it says here, humans have known about mercury poisoning for millennia. The most dangerous forms of mercury are when you inhale the vapors or dust, which is where you see the Mad Hatter, cognitive disruptions, tremors, paralysis, insanity. Handling quicksilver is somewhat less toxic as it doesn't absorb through the skin as easily as the lungs. Pliny the Elder wrote about the dangers of cinnabar, a soft volcanic rock containing mercury that humans ground up for red pigment. He wrote, "It is a fact generally admitted that cinnabar is a poison." He warns against using it in medicine and suggests that people who work with it tie on their face loose masks of bladder skin to prevent them inhaling the dust in breathing. One of the earliest mentions of PPE.
Look, Pliny. I'm not gonna fall for it.
Listen to how ridiculous. He wants me to tie a bladder onto my face?
Look.
I'm not gonna fucking put a face toga on my face.
You watch masks now. Next thing, it's gonna be mandatory vaccines.
Yep. Mandatory cinnabar vaccines.
I ain't getting it. Ain't
disgusting. Doing it. Says here, the first emperor died after ingesting mercury pills. Mercury pills that he was told would give him eternal life. Abraham Lincoln. Oh, shit.
That, for listeners, is called irony.
The real irony. Abraham Lincoln regularly took medicine containing mercury. In 2000, a man named Allegendly was accused of stalking a former employee by pouring mercury into her car's ventilation system. Upon hearing the guilty verdict, he ingested cyanide in open court and died the next day.
I mean, guy was committed, huh?
Damn. I'm going to take, you know what, writer, unless you say otherwise, I'm taking a bonus point. Go us. Oh, it says here, 20 years after someone found a cache of bombs and explosives he hid by his house.
Oh, okay. He was one of those guys.
Yeah. Next fucking level.
He was a real anti-masker, I bet.
Bad. Anti-bladder. So, disgusting human. So, all right, well, we fucking nailed both those answers, and the guy fucking still tried to explode everything.
Ex-boyfriends, huh?
Obviously, he had a bitch wife going through menopause.
Look, Your Honor, my client's wife was going through menopause.
All right, here we go. Fact number 3. A search for the word moist. Moist. In old newspapers, yields the most results about parasites, cow disease, plants, older women, or autopsies. So parasites and autopsies got nailed, right?
Mm-hmm. Older women already got nailed.
It's going to be plants, right? You don't think they'd hit tons of cow disease with moist. Look for your moist cows. Keep an eye on the moisture content of your cattle.
Moist cows, eh?
Wet cows are fine, but if they're moist...
No, slightly damp to moist, no good.
You gotta put them down. You gotta put them down and separate them.
Got moist hoof, huh?
Moist hoof. Yeah, gonna have to separate them. I'm thinking...
Happened to my wife last year.
Yeah, it must be that cow's insanity gland is going nuts right now.
Oh, you can't be having no milk from no moist cow.
No.
It's gone bad.
That's gone bad. Tons of insanity secretions in it. So yeah, let's go see plants. That's all I can think of. All right. Fact number 3, we're gonna go see. The word moist appears in old newspaper yields the most results about. And we're gonna go see plants. 3, 2, 1. Bam! It is plants.
Oh, all right.
All right. Borcom's razor, the most boring answer, is probably correct. Nearly all articles I reviewed were about how much plants like their soil moist.
Yeah,
not too wet, not too dry. As if that's fucking easy. But there's one more interesting use of the word moist from March 27th, 1942, the Burlington Free Press out of Vermont.
No joke, in my mind, I was thinking of the old guy from Pet Sematary, but like, they stop using it when the land stopped being moist. So like, I was like, oh, Vermont, all right.
I wouldn't go down that cemetery road. That's a moist road.
That's a dry cemetery, that.
gotta go to the moist cemetery. See, you stick 2 fingers in. That's how you figure out how moist it is.
Look, I only bury my dead cats in moist soil.
That's how they come back with the good in them still.
That's right. You gotta get. You don't want it too wet.
Land's gone bad. Land's gone dry.
Dry. I'm sorry, that ain't your boy anymore. He's gone dry.
Some say it was buried on an Indian burial ground. Other people say it was tons of mercury. Gone dry.
Once the land stops secreting moisture.
Listen to this though, ready? The moist towns are those which approve sale of beer and wine, but not hard liquor, showed a net gain of 5 at the expense of both dry and wet towns. Although there are 3 less towns in the dry and wet columns. Discrepancy is accounted for by a freak vote in Ripton, which might be classified as very damp since the voters approve sale of hard liquor, but turned down the sale of beer and wine.
Oh, they're getting wet.
That's alcoholic, right? That's not a wet town.
What that is alcoholism.
Yeah, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Like beer and wine, I get, but if they're like, listen, I want my liquor stores to only have 40 proof, like 80 proof or up.
I don't even want the option of a Chardonnay.
Yeah, that is not what I need right now. I need hard liquor from the bottle.
Everything pairs with 90 proof.
One more paragraph from the newspaper because it sounds dirty. Quote, changes. Addison County, Ferrisburg, moist to dry. Leicester, moist to wet. Ripton, wet to very damp. This is from a fucking newspaper?
Look, man.
This is like statistic.
You had to vamp back then. Wasn't a lot going on.
All right. Well, we got it. We're fucking destroying this podcast, dude. We're wrecking it. All right. Here we go. Fact number 4. The word seepage occurs dozens of times in a 1927 inspection report conducted in which place in the U.S. South? Is it A, Texas, B, Louisiana, or C, Washington, D.C.? Optional +1 bonus if you can guess why.
I'm gonna go Louisiana, and because the levees done broke.
1927 inspection. Did they have levees in 1927?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's basically what broke.
For Katrina?
After the hurricane there, yeah.
That was the last time.
Those levees were seeping, dude. Mm-hmm.
That was the last time they actually performed an inspection was 1927.
Like, I mean, you can go back, like, Led Zeppelin stole this song, When the Levee Breaks, but that's like an old blues song from, like, the 20s.
I don't know what the problem is. We put mercury on the levee.
Look, we piled some dirt. It was moist dirt.
It was moist.
Dirt's gonna seep.
I'm agreeing with you. Louisiana, and we're just going to say the levees?
Yeah.
Just the dead dams. All right.
That's my hot take.
Okay. Occurred dozens of times the word seepage occurs dozens of times in the 1927 inspection report conducted in which place in the U.S. South? We're going to say Louisiana. 3, 2. Oh, and we're going to say because of the dams. 3, 2, 1. Bam. B, Louisiana. Bonus reasons, the levees.
Oh, dude. Sorry, Louisiana.
No, fuck them. Their ground isn't even that moist anymore.
Look, we put post Katrina levees back in. It's fine. Like there's an acceptable amount of seepage.
I'm pretty sure Arizona is more moist than they are now. So
we stopped all the seepage out of Louisiana. There's no more seepage.
So it says here, seepage in levees is not good. And a lot of levees mean reading about a lot of seepage. However, the truly uncomfortable part came about when reading where all these levees were located. Morrow Plantation, Hole-in-the-Wall Plantation, Shamrock Plantation, Canebrake Plantation, Rifle Point Plantation, etc., etc. I was curious if they still existed, And if they were still, they still refer to them as
wedding
plantations
now.
Dude, shocker, yes to both. A few have been turned into museums, but many are still privately owned properties. I can understand a museum, right? As long as it's not celebratory and it's more an educational point, right?
Sure.
Like, if you show like the slave quarters and you're like, this is not great, guys. You know, that's why you keep like Auschwitz around and shit. Like, this is fucking horrific. We don't want to do this again. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if they're just like, look how great it is, the fucking local televangelist has bought the plantation.
Paula Dean's running her butter factory out of it.
Yes, it's very lucrative out here on the plantation.
Come on down to Rifle Point for a good mint julep.
Oh, I can't tell you how moist it is.
The moistest glasses you've ever seen.
Is seepage all over. I'll tell you. Great plantation.
You really want to crush the mint until it secretes the aroma.
It says here, some of the plantations listed in 1927 levee report have Wikipedia pages now. For example, the report described a problematic levee situation at Whitehall Plantation as follows. And the article says, number 153 Whitehall Plantation. 1, no topping. 2, wave washed very bad. 3, seepage bad. 4, no slides or slows. 5, needs mowing very badly. Which is interesting, especially in light of the otherwise contextless Wikipedia entry. Headquarters in 1863. During the 20th century, the mansion was twice moved back from the encroaching river waters in late 20. So it was moved back. During the 20th century, it was moved back. I also noticed that all the plantations have been registered as historical places in Louisiana, according to Google. Registering a property as historical place in Louisiana is beneficial because it recognizes its cultural significance and potentially protecting it from demolition, increasing its value and making it eligible for state and federal preservation grants and tax incentives. Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb here.
Seems
it's not
gross to continue to profit.
Yeah, getting tax breaks off of owning a plantation doesn't seem like a very moist idea to me.
Doesn't sound good.
It doesn't secrete good energy.
It doesn't. Look, I got nothing. I was like, what were the other words? Who cares?
Literally starts to poke my insanity gland. You know.
Look, I went from engorged to not very.
No. Nope. All my happiness is secreted from my body.
I've seeped all smiles off my face.
I can see it. Not a moist smile there. Very dry smile.
Just like, it was like, okay, like, historical site, sure. It's cultural relevance. Pretty wording. That's some good PR right there.
Yeah.
But like, okay, cool. Tax incentives. And I mean, unless that tax incentive is going to reparations, I think it's ill-gotten gains.
It really is.
I'm going to go with that.
Not very moist gains, very dry gains.
No.
Having a plantation means you pay less in taxes to the community and may even receive taxpayer money to preserve and maintain it. Bonus, you get to contribute to the narrative about the place and its history, ensuring that it stays whitewashed for generations to come. So not only
the good whites stayed at Whitehall.
Yeah. Oh, Rifle Point Plantation, all the slaves were paid. I tell you, there were no slaves.
They were paid in experience.
So, we got it right, dude. Like, we are... we might be setting a record here. I don't want to toot our own horn.
Crushing.
Apparently, gross words are where we're good.
Pretty good, yeah.
We're very moist with gross words.
We're engorged with a plethora of gross words.
The knowledge secreting out of our brains right now.
Look, we're of an age where our intelligence gland secretes. Like, it's just science.
I'm saying this in the best possible way, Joe. Your intelligence gland is heavily engorged right now.
I feel it.
I see it. I see it seeping. I see
It's disturbing.
It's insane.
You look like Brainiac.
You're like Megamind right now. All right.
I'd say get it checked out, but it's clearly working.
Put some mercury on it. You'll be fine. All right, here we go. Fact number 5.
Holy shit, there's one more?
Yeah, true or false.
Oh, man, I thought that was the end.
No, this is true or false. We got one more point we can get.
Oh my god.
True or false? I got extremely unexpected results when searching for pus in old newspapers.
Oh, yeah, because pus used to be part of the humors. And so, like, I'm at for humor, like, that's how we used to think the human body worked.
Oh, you gotta put the pus back in?
Yeah. So I imagine, like, mucus and pus, there was a lot of just weird medical shit.
Don't worry, we force-fed him the pus. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
We opened his body and pus came out. We collected it and used it with mercury. Mercuryized it.
We made a pus concoction, yes.
Real talk, how long before we are there with our current, if like RFK Jr. takes over?
Everybody knows that pus is natural and it should be in all the food. Especially like bear meat's only good when it's pustulous.
Yeah, the worm in my brain is secreting my intelligence gland. Oh, no.
I was once falconing in the Appalachian Mountains, and I found a pustulous dove.
I put mercury on it and activated silver, and I was able to have a good meal. If we get this, we will have got
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would be 7.
We got a 7 like the other week, dude. This is old news.
We got a 7 the other week. I think we cheated. So.
Oh, this is a legit one. Okay.
Yeah, this is a hard-earned 7. Okay, because the one we got was not a bonus. All right. So for fact number 5, we're gonna go true that the writer got extremely unexpected results when searching for pus in old newspapers. 3, 2, 1, bam! It is true. If you take the printed word and flip it upside down, it somewhat resembles the word pus. So searching for the word pus had the interesting effect of finding all newspapers that had been scanned in upside down.
Oh no.
Thank God I was looking for reading about the turn of the century. I was not looking forward to reading about turn of the century pus. Oh yeah, so yeah, it looks exactly like pus. It's all upside down. So that's why she was looking for newspapers and they were scanned in upside down. I like your story though too about the humors.
I mean, that's real old. That's like some medieval shit. So I don't know how much would be an old newspaper archive.
We really didn't make huge advancements until like the 1910s. Like,
I'm gonna say there was still someone who was like, I'm pretty sure RFK will bring it back.
they all the humors in your body. You need to drain them.
The Biden administration took all the yellow pus out of the children.
This administration's not very moist.
I've always said you should leech kids instead of vaccines.
Give them a yearly leeching. They'll have no diseases.
Look, between an ivermectin treatment and leeches, there is no COVID.
God, dude. We're not that far. We're making fun of it. We're not that far. This is not very cash money. Right? We're good. Go us. We needed this. We needed this the day before the inauguration. We needed this.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about the inauguration.
I'm sorry.
Like, it was nice. It was a nice escape.
Yeah, well, welcome back to reality. It's not very moist.
It's not gonna go well.
All right, you want to close this one out?
And go ahead. Wherever you're at in the world, unfortunately, you will not probably be able to follow us on TikTok. for much longer. But until that goes away, we'll still be there, and we're also on Blue Sky. Follow us at Allegendly, and if and as always, you can find the audio version of this wherever you find your fine podcast. And until next time,
we'll seepage you around.